Warrington finished, I believe, 4th this season. This is the final for the Premiership trophy now. So let's join our commentators for the match, Alec Murphy and Ray French.
Thank you, Des, and we've just had the formalities. Mr. Pat Townsend, the chairman of Matthew Brown Limited, invited both teams out, and Halifax there. Well, there have been some doubts this morning over the full-back Colin Whitfield. He's been suffering from severe shoulder bruising. And Mick Scott there, the prop at number 8, very brave lad. He was stretchered off last week with a very serious neck injury, but intensive care all week has finally got him fit. And I do think that at 3 and 4, the twin threat from the Andersons there, Tony and Chris, they'll present a big danger to Warrington. The Rugby League champions, Halifax, but Warrington, they select the same side that beat Wigan in the semi-final. The coach, Tony Barrow, relies on a very powerful front row. Those two props there, Les Boyd and Bob Jackson, been in sterling form. And another prop, Kevin Tamati. We saw him in the tests playing for New Zealand at prop, but here he is at hooker. He has experience and he's been pressed into that capacity. Very, very strong side. Warrington come with a very late rush of 8 consecutive victories. And Gary Stevens, one man, Warrington certainly will have to watch. Somewhat in the veteran stage, this scrum half, but a very wily, crafty player. But opposite him, they don't come any craftier than this little man. Number 7, Andy Gregory, bidding once again, I think, for a Great Britain side against the Australians in October. Just been brought into the squad by Maurice Bamford, the Great Britain coach, and I know Andy, speaking to him, he's very, very keen to do well. So referee Fred Lindop, his 3rd Slalom Lager Premiership trophy match. Very experienced referee, very, very disciplined whistler. Gets us underway. And ideal conditions here. The pitch is a little harder. We were watching earlier on the Colts Premiership final, which Wigan beat Hull Kingston Rovers by 21 points to 6, and 1 or 2 dust clouds were coming up, but these players are used to it. Perfect conditions for rugby, Alex.
Yes, it's absolutely magnificent conditions, Ray, and what a game we should have in prospect here. Warrington, who fought the way from 8th position to have a chance in the final. Halifax, who've been there all the season and would love to do the double.
First touch to this youngster, Paul Bishop. Dropped 5 goals in the semi-final against Wigan. Son of Tommy Bishop, many will remember him as the Great Britain scrum half. Les Boyd. I expect a lot of attention for this man, Les Boyd. Assistant coach at Warrington, very powerful Australian prop, a really rough handful. A lot of attention with this little man, Andy Gregory, sleeves rolled up a little bit like Popeye, this character, full of life, full of spinach. Interesting, the bounce of the ball there on the very hard pitch, Alec.
Yes, and it's a good the way Warrington are thinking about the game, Ray. They're using the forwards to drive in for 2 or 3 tackles, and then young Gregory, number 7, obviously, who's the kingpin of the game, is taking the ball and doing all the dictating.
Well, he was very lucky there. An attempted drop kick, hit the opposition, so he should get another 6 tackles. Les Boyd. This is the job this Boyd does. Driving in with Tamati. Very strong front row. I think we'll see these tactics from Warrington all afternoon. Driving these 3 men down the middle, sucking in the opposition forwards. And these were the tactics they employed against Wigan. If they couldn't get over the line, they had young Paul Bishop at the back for a drop goal. Boyd again, and he's in! Yes! Oh, tremendous bullocking run there from Boyd. Number 8, we said his strength, he's renowned for this. His 12th try of the season, and I don't think he's ran more than 50 yards for all those 12 tries. But 16-stone bulk there, not very tall, only about 5'9". But it's Warrington 4, Halifax 0. Excellent try. Paul Bishop. Just taken over the goal-kicking role the back end of this season. 57 goals to his credit. Should be an easy one, but he misses it. Well, he's usually a very cocky, confident young lad. He was slotting the goals over last Sunday at Central Park, Wigan, but different to the final.
Well, what a fabulous start for Warrington here. A lovely ball from Kevin Tamachi. This is obviously a planned work. Big legs Boyd. Nobody stops him from there.
Halifax then, a very long season, the Rugby League champions. Somewhat of a fairy tale rise for Halifax. Oh, good run there from Mark Roberts. To Boyd. Here he is again. In Australia they call this man the enforcer. He's the man that drives into them, makes them tackle. Stevens. Anderson, that's a good ball to Bond. Wilson. Well, I would have thought Halifax would have settled it down there and played a few forward probes.
Well, I don't think Halifax expected to be behind so early on in the game, Ray. They've got a tremendous defence, and Warrington have threw the game at them early on. But I think Halifax, you'll find now, will take the game to Warrington. They've played well all season, and this is what they'll maintain and try to do.
Chris Anderson. I think we can expect some very solid tackling. Both of these sides renowned for their physical strength. Oh, good chip from Anderson. But well covered by Paul Ford. And offside. Yes, those two Halifax tacklers encroaching within 5 yards of the man picking up the ball. You can't do that in Rugby League. You must allow the man to move 5 yards before you can move into the imaginary 5-yard circle around him.
I think what's happened, Ray, is that there's a penalty for a tackle off Chris Anderson off the ball, and he put a little grubber kick through, and obviously as he kicked the ball, he was taken off the ball, and that's what the penalty's for. Well, this is good thinking by Chris Anderson here. He knows he's going to get tackled. He knows it's the 5th tackle, and he slips the ball through. And as he does, he just nudges him with his shoulder and brings him down. That was what the penalty was for.
So, Colin Whitfield. 30 goals this season. A lot of doubts this morning, a lot of talk here at Ellen Road as to whether Colin Whitfield would be playing. If we notice that left shoulder there, very heavily strapped up. Viewers may remember him in the first round when Halifax beat Hull by 32 points to 20, having to come off the field. But it's his goal kicking that he's kept on here for. Oh, and that's a good one. And a kick like that from Colin Whitfield, just 6 minutes gone. That shows why the coach Chris Anderson was so keen to get this lad fit. 4 points to 2 for Warrington. And what a start, Harry.
And what a cracking game, Ray. And Colin Whitfield there in your picture, we were pleased about that. Under that jersey, he's got a tremendous amount of padding. He has got a very sore shoulder, and he was very doubtful about playing.
Well, let's see how he takes this tackle. Neither of these sides have ever won this Premiership trophy, so we'll have a new name on this trophy. And here's another man, another Australian, the wild man they call this chap, Jeff Robinson. He's lost his beard, he's had his hair cut a little bit, but unlike Samson, he's not lost his strength. And Gary Stevens there, pushing his pack forward with those long probing kicks. A little general behind this pack. Halifax pack there, ready to go. A bit like Shakespeare's greyhounds in the slips, these two sets of forwards. Riddleston. Well, young Eddie Riddlesden there, not long out of the Great Britain Colts side, obviously determined. Scott.
I think, Ray, if there's going to be one tactic which Warrington will use is the tackling. They're absolutely ferocious when tackling and move up very quickly.
Well, Steve Bond, he's got Chris Anderson outside him, and he must be in. He's in, yes. Well, Alec just mentioned the ferocious tackling of Warrington, but sadly for the Wilds there was a gap there. Neil James spotted it, and Chris Anderson in again. His 10th try of the season, and what a season this Australian player coach for Halifax is having.
Well, what a magnificent reply from Halifax. A lovely ball here from Gary Stevenson. Bond slips inside his man nicely, sets out on his way. Look who's in support. Coach of the year, Chris Anderson. What a way to reply. That's the way to silence him.
Yes, named as the player of the coach this last week. Ex-Canterbury Bankstown player. Brought a little science to this Halifax side. And Colin Whitfield again in a very similar position to the previous kick, and it's a beauty. Absolute beauty. When this lad was signed by Halifax for £25,000 from Wigan, many thought it was a downward spiral in his career. But it isn't. He's got a championship winners medal under his belt, and he's on the way to a premiership winners. Paul Bishop to restart. To Neil James. Another lad who was signed on by Halifax early in the season from Castleford, earned a Great Britain cap. In fact, both of these two second rows, 11 and 12, very typical Halifax second rows, remind me of Colin Nixon and Fogarty, who used to do the running job in the 60s. Oh, that's a good chip, but it's a penalty. Yes, good decision from Fred Lindop there, and Kevin Tamati knows what happened.
Well, just watch this now as Les Boyd comes through here. Gary Stevens, a lovely little chip, but just watch Les Boyd. Whoops, off you go. I think that's what you call, Ray, a little bit of gamesmanship, but I think Les would have liked to have been a little bit harder than that.
McCallion in possession. Mixed goal. Points to 4 for Halifax. At the beginning of the season, this Halifax club were 100 to 1 to win the championship. They won the championship, and here they are now against all the odds in the premiership final. Gregory. Offside. I think this is another good decision here by referee Lindop. Although Andy Gregory looked to be getting away, referee Lindop is keeping the packs apart, he's keeping them well apart. He wants a good game, and on these wide open stretches here at Allen Road, we usually see the tries.
I think this, Ray, was where we'll find Warrington will do most of the attacking. They do set moves from this position. Les Boyd and Jackson, they bring in, and you know, they're notorious for doing it.
Roberts. Oh, good run of this lad. Just a yard short. Well, the gaps certainly seem to be opening up for both sides. Kevin Tamati looking to steal a little glory, but couldn't get through. Gregory. Oh, that's a good ball to Sanderson. That's a better one. And Paul Cullen a yard short. Bishop, he's in. Yes. Paul Bishop, one of the least experienced players in the game, pulling off an old-timer's trick. He spotted the gap, and it was only a tiny one. He's only a small frame, but he puts Warrington on level points, 8 points each.
We've just said how dangerous they are from this position. Just watch little Paul Bishop, the mole, in he goes.
Yes, well spotted by Bishop. Very often rugby league teams have two men at the acting half-back position there, one covering and one marking the play of the ball, just for that, to stop that. It's typical sort of try. So Paul Bishop there, hoping to atone, I think, for his previous miss. A much more difficult kick. On that 10-yard line. There's a very strong breeze blowing around here at Ellen Road, and wouldn't be surprised if Andy Gregory held it for him. No. So Paul Bishop, second miss of the match, but it's all square, 8 points each. And I think, Ali, we're going to need a calculator with this game.
Yes, a lot of people said to me before this game, what kind of a game are we going to have? And a lot of people have stayed away because they thought these two teams didn't play the type of rugby which would bring spectators. But if they're not here, they're certainly missing a cracking game.
Mike Gregory. Nice to see this lad back again this season. Had a lot of trouble with a groin strain. Just 15 minutes gone, 8 points each. The 12th year of this Premiership playoff system, devised by the Rugby League for the top 8 clubs in the league. Halifax finishing at First Division, top of the First Division, the champions, and Warrington finishing in 4th. Whitfield. Stevens. Looked a slightly high tackle there, one or two groans from the crowd, but Dixon gets it. Stevens again, working the blind side very well. Stevens at the hub of things all the time.
I think that way must have been very close to an obstruction as Mick Scott had the ball there, but everything will come from little Gary Stevens or Chris Anderson.
No, a little bit too far that kick there by Chris Anderson, but he's thinking all the time, this coach, this Australian coach from Canterbury Bankstown, had a wonderful season with Halifax. Warrington, sure, use their forwards here, take it away to the blind side. That's a good ball to Boyd. He likes to be where the action is, this lad. Gary Sanderson. Bit of a gamble this by coach Tony Barrow, this lad. Sanderson only had barely half a dozen games since signing from the Thatterheath Amateur Club.
I think my local town, Ray Thatterheath, you know, we was a bit disappointed when we missed him, but he's obviously done very well and very quickly.
And that's a good kick again. Superb kick. No better sight in rugby league, I think, than half-backs, saving work for the forwards. Halifax put it. Stevens ball. Crossley to Whitman. Tony Anderson. Playing his last game for Halifax, Tony Anderson leaves the club to fly back to Brisbane. And a penalty, interfering at the play of the ball. A spate of penalties early in the game, but I think referee Fred Lindop, he knows what he's doing. He's clamping down on both sides very, very quickly. He wants an open game. He doesn't want it kept into the forwards. Stevens again. Costa. Tony Anderson. Good touch. Very quick lad, this Tony Anderson. Scored 2 tries in the defeat of Leeds in the Premiership semi-final. Gregory to feed the ball. Oh, nicely done. Nice use of the wingman there. Tamate. Support. Gregory. Oh, that's a good ball. Cullen. Well, he had Forster outside him.
I think if there is a problem there with Warrington, it is the three-quarter line. They may not have as much pace as the Halifax pair, but they rely on quick balls and usually the forwards, where Halifax are going to use the ball out wide through Gary Stevens.
Jackson. Warrington using these tactics of absorbing 3 tackles up with Boy, with Jackson, with Tamate. Still going. You see, there's the effect. It has the effect of bringing 3 or 4 of these Halifax players in midfield. Now they move it. But not like that. Yes, Andy Gregory, looking back there, was looking for the support. He didn't come. Still 8 points each, 20 minutes gone in this first half. Scott, Juliff. Been a very happy hunting ground this for number 11, Brian Juliff, in his Wigan days. Scored a try that put them on the road to Wembley. Paul Ford. Oh, good run from Ford. This lad Paul Ford just broken into the Warrington side, displaced Brian Johnson, the Australian. Boyd again, scattering them down the middle. Oh, there's a gap. Well, that was a bad pass again. There was a gap there that Gregory was trying to go through. And it looks like Ronnie Dwayne. But another one, it looks more like cramp here, I think. It's not Ronnie Dwayne, it's Mark Roberts. Mark Roberts obviously taken out of the tackle off the ball. I think he was the man that Andy Gregory was looking to get that pass to. Only a youngster, but Brian Johnson coming on. The St George fullback from Sydney, a great attacking player, but what a sad day for Paul Ford. Had a wonderful season. You couldn't have a better reserve than this man. And a penalty for that off-the-ball tackle. And he's missed it again. Well, it's unusual to see this lad missing goals like that, I think.
Well, if you'd have laid your life on where this fella has to kick goals, he'd be kicking them from all over the field. He normally plonks 5 and 6 over, but today, it's just one of them days. He's only a young boy, and maybe the nerves are beginning to get at him. And on the other hand, Colin Whitfield, he's had 2 kicks and 2 goals.
Yes, there's a big difference between normal league matches and the final. You certainly the nerves have not affected this man. Colin Whitfield, 2 superb kicks so far. No, the touch judge there just having a word. I think being a little bit officious, but rightly so. I think Brian Johnson has not given his name in to Mr. Cooper.
Must be a nice replacement, Ray, also to have on the bench Brian Johnson, who is a first-class player in his own right in Australia, and just been edged out by young Ford.
Gregory. Oh, good ball to Bishop. He's got some space. He's got Sanderson with him. Well, he ducked under that tackle. Oh, good run from Paul Bishop. And a penalty. No doubt about it. Youngster Paul Bishop could not get up to play the ball correctly. A nice little touch there, I think, from Andy Gregory. He's saying, look, Paul, you take the goal kick. I think if this lad could just put one of these goals over, then he would have no problem. His father, Tommy Bishop, who has just flown back out to Cronulla in Sydney, will no doubt be very, very pleased to hear the result of this match and how his son's gone on at the end. And he'll be looking to better form than that. Good goal there from Bishop. I think that will get rid of the butterflies, Alex.
Yes, and if you notice also, Ray, that was on his right side. He's around the corner kicker, and obviously that was on his right side. It'll do his confidence a world of good, but the break itself was a good break, and Chris Anderson thought, well, if I don't hold him down, it could be a try.
Gary Sands. These Warrington forwards certainly running from depth. Bob Jackson. Gregory again. Oh, just can't give this Gregory an inch. Yes, a penalty. No hesitation from Lindahl. Gregory was tackled. And he doesn't like it, does he?
He might be tackled there, but I think what he'll be saying there, I wouldn't like Fred Lindop to hear what he was saying, because I don't think it'll be anything nice.
I don't think Fred Lindop will mind. Neil James struggling with an arm injury.
Well, this is what the incident was for. As Andy Gregory gets the ball here, the referee said he was tackled. He looked as though the ball was grounded. He got up and passed the ball. From there, the referee gave a penalty. And I think Lindop, for once, was right.
It's a very long kick, but it's well within Colin Whitfield's capabilities. He's got a wind against him, though. Oh, he's struck him well, but... Well, now then, is that a knock-on? Is referee Lindop giving a knock-on? Yes, he is. And I think referee Lindop consulted the touch judges there.
Well, I think that was a terrible mistake by one of the touch judges, especially he gave Fred Lindop no help at all, and from a fully 50 yards, Fred Lindop had to give that decision.
To Whitfield. Just 2 points between the two sides. 10 points to 8 to Warrington. Stevens looking for support from Crossley. Not really seen a lot of this man, John Crossley. He needs the gaps. Had some good seasons with Fulham. Stevens again. To Robinson. Oh, this is a good chance. Tony Anderson. Well, I just couldn't understand that kick. The kick there by Tony Anderson. We had Eddie Riddleston outside him. A little chip kick would have been far better. But a very dangerous customer. Jackson. Some good tackling here, Alec, from Halifax.
Yes, there's some tremendous tackling, Ray, and really it's a very, very good game. Warrington are taking it down the middle through the forwards, and Halifax are using it wide out through Tony Anderson and hoping that they've got that little bit extra pace.
Bishop again. Scott Wilson, the wingman, coming in nicely there, taking a little bit of pressure off his forwards. He realised his pack had not got back in the line. Stevens. He's probing everywhere, is this man, Gary Stevens. Julian. Both of these sides very keen to get their hands on this Premiership trophy for the first time in both clubs' histories. This chap, Jeff Robinson, now coming into his own, I think. One or two of these strong, block-busting runs. Stevens again. No.
Good little player, this Gary Stevens. He angles the ball and he looks for people in support. He's a tremendous player when he has the ball in his hands, and what Warrington will have to do is close him down very quickly.
Yes, I think Andy Gregory is going to have to keep a sharp eye on him. And Steve Bond coming on for Neil James. We saw him struggling with that right shoulder. So there's a blow to Halifax already, but Bond, very, very experienced player. To Gregory. Just 10 minutes to half-time, 10 points to 8 to Warrington. Jackson. Oh, good tackle. Good tackle from Bond. And a good hand-off from Kevin Tamlety there. This Warrington front row really powering down the centre. Oh, good switch of play by Gregory. And that's a good pass.
That was a beautiful ball, Ray, off young Andy Gregory. I mean, he saw the centre coming in, he saw that his wingman had dropped back, and this little man, when he has the ball in his hand, he's a tremendous player. He'll not be too happy about the lad going into touch. He'll probably have a word with him and say, come on, that was a good ball, you should have done better with it.
Halifax, Gary Stevens then to put the ball in to Riddlesden. It was interesting to see both sides on the blind side there, bringing the wingman into play at the scrum. Stevens again. Julian. Some ferocious tackling going on here. Tremendous tackle there from Jackson on Julian. Shoulder straight into the stomach. Scott, that's a good ball to Crossley. Just couldn't get through. Good cover tackle from Mark Roberts, number 12 for Warrington. Spotted the gap, closed it immediately. Gregory. Oh, well, that's a slip. Bond, nobody with him. Riddlesden, oh, but a crunching tackle by Ronnie Dwayne. Nice to see Ronnie Dwayne fit again. Had 2 years of terrible trouble with a knee injury. Lasted 9 minutes on the Australian tour by Gravery in '84, but superb tackle on Riddlesden there. Crossley to Whitfield. And Ronnie Dwayne in again. Very strong centre.
Well, I think that railed to his confidence a whirl ago, because 3 tackles, consecutive tackles, when Halifax are looking a little bit on the ropes. Chris Anderson's not very happy about that neither.
No. Oh, there's some fierce tackling here, Alec.
I would think, Ray, that if there's any heart transplants, I think two of these lads will be main candidates.
To Mark Forster. Both of these sides, no respecters of reputations. Doesn't Andy Gregory love the rough stuff with these big forwards? He's in his element. Just like Popeye after his spinach, he really goes at them, doesn't he?
He's just having a word with Mick Scott there. Mick Scott's a number 10 and he's saying to him, I don't like the way you tackle me, sunshine.
Jackson. Very effective tactics this though from Warrington. Where's the side down? These big forwards coming down the middle, take some tackling, takes up the energy. Attempted drop from Bishop. Didn't get the height. But the leading drop kicker this season already has 13 drop goals in the bag. And 5 drop goals in that semi-final at Wigan that sank Wigan's hopes. Scott. I think if anything at the moment, Alec, Halifax have too many forwards around the play of the ball. It's going through too many forwards' hands before it's getting out wide.
Yes, obviously, and I think they've got that yard extra in the back, so policy would be to use 2 forwards in and then the ball out wide, but it's there's not enough forwards want to run with the ball, and this is the problem why they're losing it so much.
Yes, knock on vitality. Les Boyd nodding appreciatively there. And a penalty. Not keeping the scrum straight. The defending side must come parallel to the touchline. And referee Fred Lindoff considered that Halifax were not doing that. Oh, that's a superb kick. Superb kick there from Bishop. Perfectly judged. Sanderson just hadn't got the strength to get over. I think if that had been Boyd or Tamati, they might have been there. But Warrington on the attack. Gregory to Boyd. Oh, back to Roberts. He's going in. No! He's short. Oh, well. And a penalty to bargain. Just short of the line, making a double movement. And referee Lindoff, excellent piece of refereeing, right on the spot.
Well, this is a tight decision to make. Young Mark Roberts here, does he get over, doesn't he? No, just short.
A little attention there to Colin Whitfield. Injured in that tackle. And it looks to be that shoulder again, Alec.
And if it is that shoulder, he's been having problems all week with it. He's very, very heavily strapped under there, and he's got it. It's actually just on the collarbone. He was very unlikely to play today, but as you can see, taking Les Boyd on down the middle won't help matters at any time.
Well, thankfully he's recovered. Riddleston. Halifax will be content to just hold on to this ball, I think. Just 3 minutes to the half-time. They might be trailing by 2 points, but they'll not be too upset by that at this stage. Julian.
I think, Ray, they can count themselves very lucky that they've not gone at half-time 8 points down, because that was a very easy let-off, and Chris Anderson will be quite happy about that.
So Brian Johnson had very little to do since he came on for Paul Ford. Ford, we understand, got a bad ankle injury, will only come back on the field in an emergency. here from Boyd, but a bad pass. Yes, a little fisticuffs there. Touch judge Mr. Cooper, spotted it immediately. And I think Fred Lindop did. Having a word with Mike Gregory. Not happy with that. He wants a word with Kevin Tamati as well. Kevin knows it. Just a minute to go to half-time. Roberts. That's what you call a double tackle. Very strong man, this Robinson. And offside. I think one of the reasons for this offside that both of these backs are so eager to get up into the tackle. Some really ferocious tackling down there.
I think what now, Ray? What decision would you make? And what would you give here? If I was Colin Whitfield and Chris Anderson, time running out for half-time, I'd put this over, or try to put it over.
Well, I think he is, Alec. I think it's well worth having a go for, because with just a few seconds left he would not have any real time to continue, would he?
No, and he has got the power and the strength to put this ball over. He's kicking very well. His last kick was only just slight wide, so he's got every chance of kicking this.
Well, it's about 48 yards. A good one, and it is a good one. Excellent kick for Colin Whitfield. No wonder his coach Chris Anderson persuaded him to play this morning. The 40 minutes are up, but into injury time, and I don't think the game could be better balanced than 10 points each. But certainly the 3 goals from that lad have done the trick.
What a strange game, Ray, rugby league is. At one end, Warrington being tackled short on the line, a penalty to Halifax, a penalty for holding down, and Whitfield kicks a goal from 50 yards.
Oh, good run here. But no support. No support there for Paul Dixon. What a superb run, but he's injured. And I think, yes, it was a foul incident. Chris Anderson having a word with Lindop. And he's having a word with Andy Gregory. He's taking his name. Now, will this be an official warning or a sending off? No, it's an official warning. But certainly drama there on the hooter.
I think this is what happens. It's a tremendous break here as he comes all the way through, pops through, pushes 2 forwards off. Just watch as young Gregory comes across. He's going like the clappers down here, missed by 1 tackle. Now this is the tackle coming in. Is it low? Well,
yes, and of course under the rules of rugby league, once the hooter goes, well, that's not necessarily the end of the game. Any infringement that occurs must be taken care of. And here's another penalty shot for Whitfield. But Paul Dixon looking a little better. But certainly Andy Gregory fell on him with his knees there very heavily. And another very long kick for Whitfield. Good kicks to credit. Could this take Halifax back into the lead? 10 points each. No, fades well out to the right of the posts. Yes, and Brian Johnson knew, no problem there, putting the ball over the line. And yet, so half-time here, Halifax 10. Warrington 10, but what rugby we've seen, and one of the cheekiest tries surely must have been that little try there from Paul Bishop. Bishop seemed to lack his confidence with missing the goals, But that was the try that put Warrington back in the lead again. Excellent game, Alec.
Yes, it's an absolutely tremendous game of rugby league. For Halifax, Colin Whitfield's kicked 3 out of 4, and for Warrington, young Paul Bishop, has missed 3 out of 4, so that is the difference at the moment.
Yes, a misunderstanding there between Paul Dixon and Colin Whitfield, knocked the ball dead, so a drop out beneath the post. The first chance of attack to Warrington. Foster. This Premiership Trophy final only instituted in the Rugby League 12 seasons ago, but already proving a very, very attractive end-of-season tournament. Been dominated so far by Widnes and St Helens, who have won 3 times each. Neither of these two sides yet got their name on the trophy.
It says a lot for rugby league, Ray, though, and these lads in particular, when Halifax have had a very, very hard season and Warrington have really come good at the right time, and the tackling is so ferocious, and the fitness must be 100%.
Gregory running really strong. Tamati looking to get over himself. Well, he's seen the way with youngster, and can youngster Bishop here? Is he going to go himself again? Remember, he's trying the first half. Tamati plays it to himself, and it's a try. Yes, and referee Fred Lindott was perfectly positioned on the line. So twice Halifax have fell for the 5-card trick. 14 points to 10 for Warrington. And it was a similar technique. I think Halifax were expecting youngster Bishop there to be looking to be dodging round for that try. But Kevin Tamati, they don't come more experienced than this Kiwi test prop forward. He saw the gap. You can play it to yourself in rugby league. He did do, and it was a try. And it's provided what should be a very simple goal for Paul Bishop. But he has had some nerves early on. But what a shot for Halifax. It's there. Within 3 minutes of the start of the game, Boyd had scored for Warrington, and now this other one.
Well, Warrington started like this in the first half. Kevin Tamati, good thinking, he kicks the ball forward. Look where Fred Lindott was, perfectly placed, and Tamati gets his hand on it.
So 16 points to 10 now for Warrington. Tamati.
Tries like that, Ray, give you that little bit extra spring in your legs, and it makes forwards who normally don't want the ball to, and normally they now want it.
Gregory. To Bishop. Warrington using this left boot of Paul Bishop to good effect. Just look at that Warrington line-up there. 1, 2 tacklers, 3, 4, 5 defenders straight up in the line, penning Halifax back. John Crossley. Steve Riddlesden. But there's no way through this Warrington defence at the moment.
No, there's not, Ray, and if tackling win cups, Warrington are on the way, because every tackle what's going, they're knocking every man down.
To Gregory. Kevin Tamati. Well, trying the same trick again, but too far out to him still. 20 yards from the line. Bishop, Sanderson.
I think we might see a drive to the sticks, Ray, and a drop goal from Paul Bishop.
Les Paul. Well, Well, this is the man to drive to the sticks. Bishop setting himself back, left-footed. Oh, it's a very bad bounce. And it's still going, and he's in, yes! Well, what a bounce. I held my breath. One or two of the Halifax players wondered what was going on, but Bob Jackson was in there, picked it up, and a good pick-up for a forward off the floor. And 20 points to 10, and suddenly is this game going away from Halifax. Warrington fans delighted.
We did forecast this. Paul Bishop just hangs in the air. Bad play by Halifax, not taking the ball, letting it bounce it over the top. One miss, two misses off the post, and here again, and Bob Jackson sweeps it up and dives over.
And another straightforward kick for Bishop. Suddenly, Halifax, from being 10 points each, now find themselves trailing, and that 2 points there from Paul Bishop. 22 points to 10. And Halifax must wonder just what hit them. An element of luck in that try, but nevertheless, let's give credit to Bob Jackson there, a big forward. He had to stoop low, he picked it up off the ground in one movement, and he was over. And a drop out beneath the post. If the defending side allows the ball to go dead without making any attempt to stop it, without touching the ball, then it's a drop out. And we certainly need something from Halifax now.
I don't think that Halifax will give this game up, Ray. The league champions, they're known for the strong finishing, and I think they've got a lot of character, and they want to show Warrington what they can do.
Well, they won the semi-final against Leeds last Sunday just with a try 3 minutes from time, and they certainly are renowned as fighters in the last 20 minutes. To Scott. That's a good dummy from Scott. Well, that's an equally good tackle from Mike Gregory. Just an arm round the ankle. Stevens. Oh. Knock on. Brian Jurley for second row there. I don't think really was expecting that ball. I think he felt that Gary Stevens was taking the ball across the face of the defence. Gregory to feed. And he gets it. He lost it. Chris Anderson. Back to Julian. Now here's a chance. They've got 3-2. Tony Anderson, oh, the dummy. What a bad pass. Very bad pass from Anderson, he acknowledges it. It was the Halifax first touch of the ball, and I'm sure that it would have been far better than giving the ball here to Riddlesden if Anderson had held on to it.
I think what we say there, Ray, in a situation like that, play basic rugby. It's the first tackle, you've got the ball with 5 more to come.
Taking a lot of hammer, keeping the ball himself. Gregory, back to Andy Gregory. Then he swats off Seamus McCallion. A lot of rivalry going on here. Well, is Andy Gregory calling him names?
I think he was saying to Robinson then, Ray, if you come at me like that again, I'll have a go as well.
Two very fit sides. Testimony here to the training staffs. Whitfield. Oh, good tackle by this youngster, Gary Sanderson.
We've got to say, Ray, that when Warrington put the ball deep down in the field, they certainly look a lot fitter than Halifax, because they're getting 6 and 7 men up on the kicker.
Yes, they certainly follow the ball up Australian style and put a clamp on that fullback in his 25-yard area. Stevens. Oh, good tackle from Bishop. And that's a bad slip. Brian Carbert a little annoyed with himself. But we mentioned earlier on about how hard this Ellen Road pitch was, and I think he misjudged the bounce of the ball there. Seamus McCallion there, the Halifax hooker, have been looking to get this ball. They knew some points. Oh, that's a good one to cross-leg. Just couldn't get the ball out. But that's a good pass from Anderson. Halifax having a good spell now. To Dixon. Ryan Jules. And he's lost it. Well, a very bad loss of the ball there. Halifax were checking the ball out wide, trying to stretch the Warrington cover. Gregory. He's enjoying himself.
He'll probably be telling him to score there.
Paul Bishop. Oh, that's a good ball to Roberts. Perfect timing. Superb pass and good running. Good example to any youngsters watching there. Roberts running on from depth. And Bishop again, pushing the ball back. And a knock on. And one of the reasons why this Halifax wingman Eddie Riddleston was knocking on is that the Warrington defence is getting up so very, very quickly, Alec, isn't it?
Yes, and that's what we call coordination with the referee and the linesman, because the linesman actually give the decision, Ray, and I think that helped Fred Lindop no end.
Good tackle. Well, tempers are flirting between these two little turkey cocks, Bishop and Stevens. Gregory.
I think there was touches of Tommy Bishop there, Ray, as well.
Yes. Andy Gregory. To Sanderson. Oh, that's a good ball. Warrington putting some fine passing movements together now. Kevin Tamerton. The pressure really on Halifax now. No, too far. Paul Cullen, I think, knew that the Halifax defence was very, very tight there out on that right wing. Nice little chip shot, but just a yard too far. To Julep.
I think Halifax now, Ray, we need a try from Halifax, because the more confident Warrington gets, the better they will become with the rugby, and Halifax have had one or two chances and put the ball to ground.
So did this little man, Gary Stevens, is trying hard enough. And I think he got a knock in the face in that tackle. Never gives up, this lad.
I think really, Ray, one of the good points about this game is the absolute tackling of Warrington. They've tackled as a man, and every man with the ball, there's been two men round. The tackling has been absolutely tremendous. The discipline of the side has improved 100%.
Anderson. This lad Paul Dixon, the £8,000 buy from Huddersfield, looked dangerous in possession. Ooh, that's a tricky ball. And well picked up by Boyd. Well, he turned inside. I think it would have been better to have moved the ball out to the left wing to Brian Carbert. But Gregory again, bringing it to this left wing. And Riddleston. 15 minutes gone in the second half now. Halifax still trailing 22 points to 10. Must be looking for a try soon.
I think Warrington will be quite happy if Halifax play this type of football. They've got to move the ball out wide to have any chance at all.
Stevens. Oh, that's a good chip shot, but I think he's going to be given offside. Yes. John Crossley, 4 to 5 yards offside. He actually had started his run expecting the pass from Gary Stevens, and when the pass didn't come, he was yards offside. Referee Fred Lindop just allowing play to continue for the advantage to Warrington.
I think this is the danger area, Ray, for Halifax, especially with Warrington having the ball in this position. They're very, very dangerous doing set moves.
Well obstructed. Very complicated set move there, initiated by Andy Gregory. Just went behind one player too many. Yes, if Lindop saying if you don't like him, you can lump it.
I think he was giving young Mark Roberts a lecture in manners. He threw the ball down after he'd made the break, which is a little bit bad, but he's only a young boy. He'll probably improve on that, Ray.
Yes, well, he made him bring the ball back, and rightly so. Robertson. Oh, that's a good ball to McCallion. I haven't seen a lot of Seamus McCallion in the loose. Usually used to see this lad running around and backing up. Scott. Anderson. Should be another 6 tackles, but it's interesting to see Halifax going backwards in possession. They're passing this ball sideways, no one really running on from depth.
I think you've got to admire Warrington, Ray. I mean, even without the ball, they're making Halifax do what they want. You know, nobody's making any ground. They're taking him on with the ball, and it's as simple as that.
But the Halifax forwards are taking this ball very, very shallow, not from any depth at all. Consequently, they're not getting very far. Stevens. And I think Gary Stevens realises that yes, he acknowledges it himself that the only way they are making ground is with the short kick.
You've really got to say at this time of the season, Ray, which are the fresher of the two sets of forwards. And Warrington, who have come right at the right time, and Halifax, who've had a tremendously hard season, you've got to give them a lot of credit.
Yes, a knock on there from Ronnie Dwyer. Yes, it's a long, hard slog in the championship. Halifax prove their consistency. They are the championship winners, but this Warrington side certainly come good at the back end of the season. They've 8 consecutive victories with loose arms. A differential penalty, of course. All penalties in rugby league at the scrums, all differential except for foul play. Stevens to Bond.
I would think Halifax now, Ray, will want to come away with some points from this situation. It's for a long, long time since they've been in this area, and would certainly like a try from it.
Stevens. Anderson. Oh, here's a chance. A try to Halifax would certainly open up this game. 20 minutes to go. Stevens again, looking for the little chip. Boyd's covered it. Well, it was just a stray boot that got the ball back.
Well, this is the danger point here. Good quick play of the ball, and Gary Stevens, and when he's got the ball in his hand, very dangerous. But just watch Les Boyd here, prop forward, knocks it back, knocks it up in the air. And that's good play for a prop forward.
Bishop then to drop out. Back to Whitfield. Good tackle.
I don't think, Ray, that you need to give some of these Warrington forwards extra strength last night. I think deletes anything what's standing up.
Seamus McCallion. Very good in the loose, this lad. Very tricky. Well, this is a good spell from Halifax. A lot of pressure here now. We talked about Halifax coming back in the last 20 minutes. Chris Anderson. Oh, but a lost ball again. And Les Boyd simply trampling over people. But that was well taken by Boyd.
I think he's getting somewhat here now, Ray, that he wasn't getting in Australia. He's starting to enjoy his rugby. He was a wild man in Australia, but he's settled down, and what a great forward he's become.
Bishop. Well positioned by Whitfield. But just look at these prop forwards there. Bob Jackson and Kevin Tamati, admittedly playing hooker, but a prop forward by trade, really moving about this pitch well. Tony Anderson. And yet another prop forward doing the tackling. Les Boyd. Stevens. Good ball to Stevens again. To McCallion. Halifax really playing good stuff. Gregory. Couldn't get the ball away. But how many times, Alex, have we seen good rugby from Halifax and then they lose the ball?
At the final moment, Ray, which is most important, but you've got to give this Warrington side a lot of credit. Every time there's been a drop ball, there's been a man on it, and more times than not, it's been this big fella here, Les Boyd. It's a few times since he's angled the ball so much in a game.
Wanted way. Halifax certainly not giving up. To Bishop. Gregory. Oh, that's a nice chip, but yes, Paul Cullen's onside. Oh, yes. Excellent play. Mark Forster, and he's in. Superb kick through. Excellent play. One or two of the Halifax players stopped for a second. They felt that Forster was offside. Well, he was in front of the kick, but Paul Cullen wasn't. He came up, snapped it up, and Forster was in the corner. And Warrington looked to be on their way to their first Premiership trophy.
Well, this is a tremendous try from Warrington here. Lovely little chip here. Now, Mark Forster is offside, but he did not take the ball. Cullen comes through, and what a lovely ball he gives out to Mark Forster. He flies with the ball, flying for the line, and watch when he puts it down. Yes, he likes that.
Again, a very good refereeing decision by Lindop. Paul Bishop again, having trouble with this swirling wind. Andy Gregory coming across to hold it, but Bishop says no. Low trajectory, but no goal. 26 points to 10.
Well, Well, there is a suspicion as offside here as young Gregory puts a chip in. Now, just watch Mark Foster. On the wing, he is offside, but Cullen takes the ball, and that was a good piece of refereeing by Fred Lindoff. Lovely ball to Foster on the wing. All he's got to do is stretch those legs out, go for the line and say, we are on the way.
15 minutes to go. Can Halifax come back? They are renowned fighters in the final quarter, and they'll certainly have to show their character now. And here is a chance for an attack. Brian Johnson, full-back there, failing to cover the ball. A drop on once again. We've seen this twice in this match. Warrington failing to cover the ball, allowing it to go directly to dead. Stevens. Off his knee.
It's also nice to see, Ray, Warrington, they're in every contention for every loose ball. If there's Halifax man there, you can bet there's 2 Warrington men. And it'll be nice for me and you, Ray, today. We've actually forecast Warrington. We've been having threatening letters all season. We've not got one right, but I think we're going to get this one right.
To Lesbos. Gregory. And I think a lot of credit to this Warrington side must go to these forwards, especially this front row of Tamati, Boyd and Gregory. Andy Gregory. Always looking to get the ball away, always carries the ball high on his chest, looking to make the pass to the left or to the right. And the trusty left boot there to Paul Bishop.
And that's good play, Ray. You know what it's like when you're in these forwards, and just look how many Warrington players up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they've gained 60 yards, fully 60 yards with a kick like that, and I think his forwards will turn around and say thank you very much.
But a forward ruins it all. Mike Gregory, a little bit too eager going offside. And youngster Billy McGinty. And another youngster coming off, Gary Sanderson, came out of the Marines to play rugby league. And what a fine game he's had.
I think it's nice to see that, Ray. He comes from my part of the town, St Helens and Thatchawheat. You know, he's a local lad, and he'll be keen. He's got a winner's medal, or nearly a winner's medal, and he'll be proud of it.
Jeff Robinson. Scott. And it's interesting there to see Halifax turning the ball back. Mick Scott there couldn't put the ball out to the open side. That Warrington cover had come in so quickly. Here they are again. You could put a blanket over the top of these 6 Warrington forwards and they're there. Chris Anderson to Julie.
They've really sickened Halifax off, haven't they? You know, the tackling's been so ferocious that they've really stopped Halifax from running, and it's no mean feat, that.
Oh, that's a good ball from Julie, from John Crossley to the corner. He's got Bishop and Johnson. Well, just a yard short, but a superb ball from loose forward Paul Dixon, and that's a tackle. And he helps him up well. Mark Roberts tackles him like that, then he has the cheek to help him up. And Les Boyd settling it down, taking the ball to the blind side. Kevin Tamati doing the same. Good standard professional rugby league practice here amongst the forwards, slowing the game down, getting the side a breather, taking it to the blind side, away from the posts. We'll see Warrington go through this ritual. McGinty. This youngster, number 15, just fresh on the field, he'll want to run. And the sixth tackle. To Riddlesden, 10 minutes left. 26 points to 10 for Warrington.
It's the Warrington tackling again, Ray. Every time there's a man there, there's 3 Warrington men. But one nice thing this afternoon, Ray, about if Tony Barra, who has done a tremendous job for Warrington, him and Les Boyd, hopefully after this game will be offered a full-time coaching job.
Well, Tony, the caretaker coach, came in a couple of months ago and done a fine job. Stevens. Back to Judith. But very strong centre, given the opportunity. Talented. And that's a sign of a fit forward, a forward who wants to be involved, who wants the ball to ball. Oh, good pass to Johnson.
I think, Ray, I don't know who's won the man of the match, but certainly Les Boyd, the Warrington number 8, must be a big contender. He's had a storming game.
Oh, and here he is again, just look at this break, he's got McGinty on the outside. Well, this boy can run for a loose forward. Oh, he's short. Yes. Short, and a good piece of thinking there by Crossley. Never mind the arguing, says John Crossley, let's get on with the game. Inches short. All credit to John Crossley there, he didn't want any arguing, he didn't stand any messing, let's get back into the game. But a superb break by Les Boyd and good backing up by Billy McGinty.
I think also, Ray, you can say what a magnificent tackle it was from Colin Whitfield as well, because he's certainly, pulled off a tremendous tackle. He looked all over the try, and I think Warrington will think Fred Lindop did him a little bit of injustice.
Shoulder injury here to Bob Jackson. Went down heavy there on the ground.
I wonder what odds you'll lay Rain coming off at this time.
Well, here is one, Alec, coming off. It's Colin Whitfield and Steve Bond, the ex-Bramley forward, coming off. And it's significant to see the amount of Vaseline he's put on his knees there with his hard pitch. And Colin Whitfield, all credit to him. Grave doubts about his fitness with that shoulder injury, but he came on, he pluckily played, and he kicked those goals.
I think he's one, Ray, who's had a tremendous game. I don't think he can put his head down. I think he should hold it up very high. He's had a great game.
Oh, and a good drive from the Warrington pack there to Bishop, back to Gregory.
I think from this position, Ray, they look odds on to score again. They're very, very strong in this position. They're queuing up to take the ball.
Bishop. Boyd. Fearsome sight, this boy, when he's near the line. And Tamati. Oh, superb pass to Gregory. Well taken. Oh, good movement there. When you see forwards like that passing the ball, that's good rugby league.
I think if they just spin it wide here, there's a try on for certain on the right-hand side. All they've got to do is move the ball along the line.
Well, they're going left, Alex. They're not listening to you. To Mike Gregory. Still going. Billy McGinty. Oh, he's got some space. No. Sixth tackle coming up. Interesting to see if Warrington go for the try. Adam. Yes, he's having a word. Referee Lindon. Well, this is a silly penalty. Steve Smith for kicking. Well, now is he going to go for goal? 5 minutes left. It's 26 points to 10. I think this is cheek, Alec, isn't it?
Yes, I think Kevin Tamati actually wanted to go for a try. That's how confident they are. But the sensible thing is a goal for young Paul Bishop. It looks an easy 2 points, and they'll get the ball back.
Jitters, already kicked 3, but they're there again, missed it. Not a good kicking performance from young Bishop, but he's certainly done his stint in open play. And a drop on to Johnson. Oh, beautiful sidestep from Johnson, and another sidestep. Well then, he's going to score. What a magnificent try! Well, it's a good job we've had the try of the season a couple of weeks ago at Wembley. That try certainly took everyone by surprise. 2 magnificent sidesteps, split the defence open, and a try for substitute Brian Johnson. Tremendous attacking potential, this man. Ford was preferred to him at full-back with his defensive qualities, but they're not needed now. That's the sort of try that's necessary, and that's the icing on the cake for Warrington. 30 points to 10, and I don't think there'll be too many bothered in Warrington other than Paul Bishop as to whether he kicks this or not. But I think this youngster will want to kick it just for his own self-satisfaction. And he does.
Well, we've given you some great tries in rugby league this season, but none better than this. Just watch, a lovely little jink here, splits the defence and flying for the line. Another little jink, round he goes, nobody near him. Gary Stephen in a vain attempt to tackle him, and this fella's been sat on the bench. Doesn't it make you wonder?
Judge considered that he'd gone in touch. Tony Anderson to Chris Anderson. And a penalty. And Les Boyd, number 8, the Harry Sunderland man of the match. And I should think as an Australian he'd be pleased to receive that award. The award in honour of Mr. Harry Sunderland, the well-known Australian tour manager. Halifax looking to last desperate attempt in his closing minutes. One minute left.
I would think now, Ray, that if they check any of these Australians going out of the country, they'll have to do them for currency, because there'll be Gavin Miller and there'll be Chris Anderson and Les Boyd, and they're taking more English money out of the country than what Australia divided.
Well, I think they've deserved it. I think they've certainly played some good rugby. Halifax still on the attack. Mixcott. Well, it looks a penalty again to Halifax, an attempted trip, I think. So 6 more tackles to Halifax. McCallion. No, I think he's on his back, yes. And they're clutching him. No chance of him getting that ball down.
We've got to be able to say though, Ray, for 80 minutes Warrington have done just that. They've tackled and tackled and tackled.
And the 40 minutes are up. We're into injury time now. 32 points to 10 for Warrington. They've run out worthy winners, but Halifax, the Rugby League champions, not giving up. Steve Smith. And he's lost it. But I think that's been one of the failings of Halifax, near the line. On 4 or 5 occasions, when they've been threatening, they've lost the ball. Mike Gregory. This Warrington side received instructions from the bench that time is up. Going through the motions now. Les Boyd. Gregory. Oh, good run here from Jackson. He's got Foster inside him. Oh, a tremendous tackle from Tony Anderson, but didn't quite get him down. And Warrington still looking for points. Kevin Tamati to Les Boyd. Oh, beautiful dummy from Boyd. And what a try. Well, doesn't that just put the seal on the victory? The Warrington fans are absolutely delighted. 1 minute, this number 8 man of the match is bringing the ball away from his own line. The next minute, 90 yards further on, is giving a dummy to score. And let's not forget Kevin Tamati's part in that. The other hooker there. What a testimony to the fitness of this Warrington side. Superb performance from Boyd this afternoon. Had a lot of critics about his fiery temper, a lot of critics about his boisterous style of play, but he's certainly turned the rugby on here at Ellen Road. It should be another easy kick for Bishop. Certainly had trouble this afternoon with the wind. Swirls around here at Ellen Road, pretty much like a mini Wembley situation with the huge overhanging sides. He's taking it, and he gets it. And there's the hooter. Youngster Paul Bishop congratulates Andy Gregory. What a fine game those two half-backs have had. Warrington then, the first time in the 12-year history of the Premiership, win the Premiership playoffs, and Alec, no question about it, really deserved it.
What a magnificent performance, Ray, from Warrington. There's been a lot of cynics in the game saying that Warrington don't deserve to be there. They've served up some rugby this afternoon that's been great to watch, and what a fabulous game it's been.
Yes, and Les Boyd there, giving congratulations out and accepting them. What a fine example he set. He was there when the game was in the heat. And let's not forget that last try by Les Boyd.
And this is a tremendous try, a lovely ball from Tamati, but just watch, a superb dummy from Les Boyd. I do believe that this fella can walk on water after tonight. He's deserved it, the Harry Sunderland trophy, winning money and the lot.
Yes, not so much a dummy as a jink as well, Alec. 38 points to 10, and what a convincing victory. Warrington were runners-up in this trophy in 1977 to St Helens, but now completed every honour possible in the game. This was the only trophy that had eluded them in their 90 years existence. And nice to see this new platform constructed by Leeds City Council here at Ellen Road. Very nice gesture, especially for this performance. Sir David Oxley on the Slalom Lager Premiership Trophy for 1985-86. There from Mr. Pat Townsend, the chairman of Matthew Brown Limited. And what a smile there from Les Boyd. He's deserved it. And a good number of fans travelled over from Warrington. Certainly put an excellent game of rugby on, Alec.
Yes, I think it's been a tremendous game of rugby league. I think the Warrington six forwards have played exceptionally well, well led by Andy Gregory and young Bishop, and I think Les Boyd has had a superb game.
Yes, and I think testimony to the fitness of this Warrington side. They certainly stuck the pace longer. Ronnie Dwayne there, he'll be delighted after all his troubles of the knee injury of the previous 2 seasons. And all credit to Halifax, Chris Anderson, the player coach. The Rugby League champions, first time for 20 years. He's had a marvellous season, and he kept going to the end. It's a long, hard road to win a championship, and I think that was proved in the last 20 minutes. Mick Scott there, Scott Wilson, Tony Anderson, and credit to the Warrington side there, giving them a good round of applause. Doesn't Jeff Robinson look tired? He's flying back to Australia on Tuesday. He'll be playing in Sydney next Sunday. And it'll